Hi, I'm Brianna. I am going to do a little tutorial on how to water marble your nails. I've already done one hand and, well, a little bit of my other hand. As you can see, I'm just using two colors today. I'm just using a blue and a green. I know my focus on my camera doesn't really work after it's already gone, but those are two colors I'm using. Basically, what you need to start is some kind of bowl. Some people use a cup or whatever. Here you go. Get that camera off my face. So, you need a bowl with some lukewarm water in it. You don't want it to be too hot or too cold. Too cold will completely dry your nail polish up and it won't work. You need your colors of nail polish. When you're first starting out, I would suggest using a more matte colors, no glitter, not too much shine. And what you're looking for in a nail polish is something really runny. Like if you notice this stuff, it's going to drop right off the brush into the water and then it's going to spread out and you're not even going to be able to see it anymore. That's the kind of stuff you're looking for. If it's too thick, it's just going to turn into a big gloopy mess, and that's not good at all. Not for this, at least. So you want a thin nail polish. This stuff, it's LA Colors Color Crave nail polish. It's actually, I found it at the dollar store. It only cost me $1, and I mean, with this technique you have to use a lot of nail polish, so I mean that just cuts down the cost of it so much. So I really suggest these ones. I've used a lot of different nail polishes, and especially versus the expensive ones, these work the best. So that's what I'd suggest. Okay, what else? You're gonna need some tape. I use Scotch tape. You can use any kind of tape you want. This I just like because it's easy to get off, and you don't have to tear it up or anything. You're going to need some Q-tips and some nail polish remover. I would suggest pouring it out into something first so that you can easily get to it. You're also going to need some toothpicks. I got this handy dandy little toothpick carrier and they just come out the bottom. How cool is that? Anyways. You're going to need to prepare by doing first a base coat, and then you're going to do another base coat of white. I like doing 2 layers just so it's a smooth coat, but whatever you want to do. Once you get more advanced into doing this, you can start using other colors, and once you do it a couple times you'll understand why I say that. Maybe I'll do another tutorial based on how to do it like that. You're also going to need to find something to put down. I just put a paper towel down, but you're going to need to find something because it's a little messy, so you want to have something to put all of your stuff on. Okay, so first thing you need to do is tape off the finger you're going to marble. Some people tape off all their fingers at once, but I find that really hard when you're doing it to yourself, because then you have tape on your fingers. You can't feel anything that you're doing, and it just makes it difficult. And I don't mind taking the time to tape in between. Okay, so what I did, I put a piece of tape over the top of my finger, and put it down on the sides, and then I put one around the finger, right underneath the cuticle. Okay, so you're going to take your first color. Make sure you get a lot of nail polish on the brush, and you're going to drip it right into the water. And it's going to spread out, like I showed you before, and you're not even going to be able to see it. Take your second color, and this blue doesn't drip as easily, but it still works well. And you're going to do the same thing. And you're just going to keep doing consecutive rings. And I'll tell you what, when you're beginning at this, it is just a whole bunch of trial and error. You're going to do it so many times, and sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not going to work. Just like this, see? I just ruined it. It didn't work. Trial and error. It was because the first ring dried a little too fast, and so the blue didn't have anywhere to spread. So I'm going to do the blue first. It's a little thicker, so it doesn't dry as fast as the green. And there you go. Much better. What I would suggest doing the first time you do this, don't do the white coat on your fingers. Just practice with nothing on your fingers first, because you're going to be removing it and putting it back on and then removing it again because it's not going to work. And yeah, I really suggest just practicing first, not making it perfect. And the purpose of the white is just so that the colors are a lot brighter and bolder. That's why I do the white. Some people don't, and I've done it a couple times without the white. It just looks a lot more muted and almost like you did a tint on your nails. It's pretty cool, but I like bright. As you can see, I'm just doing it and they're spreading out, and the further you go in, the less it's going to spread out, and the darker the colors are going to look. I think this is going to be the last one. There we go. And now you're going to take your toothpick. Oh, I don't know if you can even see very well. That's what the water is going to look like. Take my toothpick and I'm going to drag it through the colors. And it's going to create all these swirls in different patterns, so you can see. And what you're going to do, get your cleanup stick ready. I've already got one because I've done most of my nails. You're going to take your finger, pick what part of the water you want to put your finger on for the pattern. You're going to aim right above it, and you want your finger to be horizontal to the water, and you just put it right on top. You don't want to bring your finger up, otherwise it'll get all this gloppy stuff all over your fingernail and it'll just be horrible. So you swoop it through the water and you lay it at the bottom. That gives you just a comfortable position to get all the stuff off the surface of the water with. I'll tell you what, middle fingers are the worst ones because they're just harder to control than the rest of your fingers, so beware. So you want to get all the stuff off the top of the water. There's going to be a little bit of a film, don't worry about that, it's not going to show up. Okay, and when you're done with that, just bring your finger out of the water. You can see that. And because it wasn't as, the colors didn't really have time, or I didn't put enough rings in it, this is going to be a lot lighter than, say, this. But that's kind of the beauty of this technique, is that it's just different. It's so variety. I don't know, there's so much variety. That's why I love it so much. So, let me get this up a little bit. I'm going to take off the tape. Usually I'd wait a little bit, but since I'm making a video and I don't want to make it too long, I'm going to take off the tape and put it... I'm having a hard time placing my camera. I'm going to put it on my little mess pile. I'm going to take some nail polish remover on my cotton swab, which I already have had set up. I'm having it soak while I've been doing this, and I'm just going to remove all of the excess stuff. And because you just did it, it should come off pretty easily. And voila!